PMWI treasure chests.
And if you can't take advantage of that, next little sale period we do have is from 14th to the 15th of September. So that's 14th this month through to 15th of September. That's 16% of PMWI packs, and you get 6 chances to draw those PMWI treasure chests. So make sure you are getting on that early to reap the rewards. But if not, there's still chances ahead of you.
And of course, you can complete daily missions to earn points. And once enough points are accumulated, you tap on the rewards icon to claim the corresponding reward.
If you want to participate in the event solo or team with other players, that's absolutely fine as well. But team them up, that could give you an extra little chance and make the reward to get a little easier. So make sure you tell all your friends about it and get them on board.
Goodness me, it looks like Bensu and...
Actually, they're mates.
I don't think so. I do not think that they will wait 1 second after seeing one another to try and make it all the worse for them. To stand off. Soul has backup, though. If actually just waiting for a team, those are his mates, right? And so if he pushes in whilst he has that backup, you can trade it off, right? That's what you're really looking for. It's the value of a team. You saw Hector there on the sidelines as well with a nice vantage point to get an off angle. Watch for those players pushing around that flank side. We hop on board with Nigma Galaxy, though, as they are vibing on around in El Pozo, the only team to actually drop up there.
Yeah, so this is the one that we were curious about. USG, for our Donuts, were very, very hell-bent on taking REDZopYt on Erangel here, but they have given up El Pozo. You know, they're happy to give it to another team. You know, Nigma Galaxy, they took 2 points off them last game, ruined their Erangel, so they'll throw them a coin just this one time. Instead, heading up towards El Azahar on that northeastern side, but no one else is here, so this is a very viable drop for them. Looking at down one, who also another El Pozo team, they're down towards Valdemar, so they'll take that up on the western edge. They will have to contend with back-to-back, who do love to go for a southern rotation, but it's TJB coming in from Chumacera to ruin their day.
Yeah, they take one of the players from back-to-back down. Early scouting, losing a player, not ideal on Miramar. But sadly, it's the risk you run. Team Soul looking to put the pressure onto Box. This is a fight. The initiative is being taken by Team Soul here, Blank. They are choosing this fight. They are making this one happen. Box Gaming looked like they were content to sit back a little bit. Maybe it's a strategy. Maybe it's aggression through passiveness, right? Allow them to move to you. Allow them to make those missteps.
Well, way back in day, it was always very hard to break the box formation. That was always the very, very difficult thing to get through. And right now, Box are happy to sit in this building. Now, back-to-back, just quickly going back to that last fight there between TJB as well as back-to-back. They actually really struggled with this.
Sorry for late stream. लेकिन आज हम स्ट्रीम पे जरा गेम शेम नहीं खेल रहे जैसे कि तुम लोग देख सकते हो PMWI चल रहा है enjoy करो इसको भाई तुम लोगों ने किल देखा अभी इस तरह का किल तुम लोग 100 बार सोच के भी नहीं कर सकते
a little bit too far forwards, no backup really from Team Soul on that angle and a nice opening. And look, Box Gaming move forward.
बढ़िया भाई बढ़िया भाई साहब.
Claim this territory. There is a sideswipe potential for Team Soul if they get that spot. But there's a backstab. Morpher here, over the hill. And it's just Frenzy for the time being, but he has reinforcements coming from the north. Looking to put this fight into gear now as Team Soul are on the back foot. Around the side, the reload needs to come through. A lot of damage to Bensu, but it's not enough to get the knock. Drake, however, finds Gauntlet. Now flagging for Team Soul. 3 players alive for Box. They've lost 1.
जो भी है भाई MVP भाई MVP.
This is the team that originally liked to play Picardo on that southern edge, and they've just taken a little bit of time and lost Lunas. Sweep back up here and ready to reclaim Picardo for their own, knowing that this was going to be a hotly contested spot. Most likely 2 teams locked together, and now they're going to take advantage of this. Very good for Regans.
Soul really suffering under this pressure from Box Gaming. 3 elimination points already found. Losing 1, you feel like you're going to take that for now. I feel like that might lay claim to Picardo for them in the future Miramars that we're going to see. If they're lucky, we'll see if Team Soul want to try and vie for that again. But as you say, RSG, Morph, both moving in from both sides of Picardo.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a squeeze going on here, but it does seem like China is really trying to take a nasty little split. You can see it on your screen right now, where it's just coming down from the hills in Picardo. 52 eSports have taken a knock there. They're right on the western side. I believe that is to Nigma Galaxy. So Nigma Galaxy trying to pick up some more points. Ralph, though, right on the eastern side, he's looking for a compound for the rest of the team to stay, but they're busy with 52 eSports right now.
Looks like 52 eSports are just going to try and keep moving down south. You can see them all mounted up in those vehicles on that western edge. Monte Nuevo, the central focal point of this next circle, just a little bit further out east. It's good for back-to-back right now, who have a lot of that sort of area, despite them losing a player early. If TJB, with GK first moving in there now, can take position there as well on the eastern side, TJB will also be in a phenomenally strong spot.
So back-to-back able to, regroup just a little bit here in there. And it's so unfortunate because we really are dropping into their original drop spot right now in Monte Nuevo. I don't think it was necessary to send one down south, but this is something they've done before. I think with 18-team lobby, it's not so wise anymore taking those ridge lines because there's going to be a lot of teams there. It's not as safe to be dangling one of your players down on the south edge of the map. VGS trying to make their way up behind teams like Dam1 from Valdemar. They are just neck and neck here with TJB. You can see them on the screen. Dam1 Kia trying to find a little place to call home.
Dam1 Kia moving up from the south side. Adriera.
भाई सर स्ट्रीम का जो अभी मजा है ना असल वो ये है भाई कि देखो दो टीम्स जो ना आपस में किस तरह अभी लड़ने वाली हैं भाई उस साइड से भी और इस साइड से भी जो है दोनों तरफ डर ही डर है लगता है बाल कटवाने पड़ेंगे बहुत ज़्यादा जुएं हो गई यार बालों में लेकिन अजीब ओ भाई येलो टीम को नॉक कर दिया इसने देखो रेड टीम जो डोनट्स यूएसजी वाले जो हैं उन्होंने नॉक कर दी चेक तो करो अरे भाई साहब आराम को टीम फैल्कन्स के बंदे को नॉक कर दिया जो इनका था अपना डोनट्स यूएसजी वाले डोनट्स यूएसजी है ना हाँ डोनट्स यूएसजी बढ़िया यार थोड़ा यार रख लेते हैं इसको
Falcons able to send them back just a little bit. They're still both on this northeastern edge. Four rivals moving down as a 2-2.
Live from Riyadh. अरे भाई साहब रियाज में मैच चल रहा है ये मैच ही रियाज में हो रहा है अपनी इसका मतलब एफएस टीम को भी होना चाहिए ना इसमें तो एफएस टीम होती तो यकीन करो इस मैच में 4 चांद और लग जाते और हाँ पाकिस्तान की टीम है यार नाइस बॉल पाकिस्तान की कौन सी टीम है इसमें पाकिस्तान की टीम का नाम ही जो है 52 eSports है नाइस यार अपनी टीम खेल रही है भाई
The frag fest that we saw from them last game. The question is it repeatable or is it an Erangel special?
Is it an Erangel special? That is the real question here. John, Nigma Galaxy still central at the moment.
They're right in the middle there, just a little bit further north, and in fact the circle does shift down a little bit further south. And they will be looking to move with that circle. Right in the middle of it, TJB. They have absolutely slap-bang center circle right now. Dam1 Kia, who have been waiting in the wings for their position for a while now, are going to be looking to push on in and maybe try and take control of that central area as well.
Yeah, they're looking to pick up that central area at the moment, back-to-back, moving down at the moment. Nigma Galaxy taking a little while to head into this location, but we are really getting a little bit tough with all these teams crunching up towards the middle. Wildcats, though, coming from Impala on the eastern side, moving through Chumacera at the moment. Soul with just one player remaining, Hector. Box still yet to break away from Picardo at the moment. It's a bit weird, but it's Stall actually moving down from Power Grid, just behind Keyed eSports.
I mean, maybe, you know, Box Gaming, they're playing with 3 now. They're just going to try and take things a little bit slower, play that edge, potentially. I mean, it's a difficult position, right? You're playing with 3 now. You've lost that ability to really scout as effectively. With more players, more rotations becoming dangerous, you're not really willing to take those chances, potentially. But they do actually strike out. They move down southwest from their old position, leaving Hector in the dust, and they take that eastern flank of the circle.
Not a bad position for them to be in at the moment for Box Gaming. Obviously down to just 3 players, but 3 elimination points. You'll take that any day of the week, especially here on Miramar. Now, what really can't happen here for a lot of these teams, you know, is Vampire eSports. They know that they're being headhunted right now. If they start to get ahead once again in this match, things become extremely difficult for a lot of these other teams to start catching up if they continue that momentum going forward. Right now, though, they are really squeezed tight on that southern edge, just around Chumacera, with one other team in Wildcats coming in just behind them. Schweppes from Vampire eSports, though, will have the bead on Wildcats, where the rest of the team in 3 are just ahead of them towards the north, so they should get info on this nice and early.
Yeah, on a 3-1 split, or maybe even a 1-2-1 split from Vampire eSports. Just taking a look at where they are sat on the map. They are yet to fully regroup. They did play a lot of that Northern REDZopYt at some points. They played in that 2-2 split, so they are used to playing a little bit more of that split play style. Certainly that would be the evidence from the last game anyway, and it certainly worked.
Another look at the map here. It's just getting real struggle bus. And, you know, I did not expect this whatsoever, but we still have 18 teams. Vampire eSports, though, Schweppes in the back line, stays alive, but it's Wildcats who are taking shots, and this is the info that Schweppes is able to provide the rest of the team. Next circle, pops in, heads down south, so Vampire eSports still very happy. Looks low, does hit the shots onto Schweppes, will take him down, and that is Vampire eSports down to 3, but there's still more shots along the way. It's Fluketh once again.
Really solid backup there. The off angles perfectly found. Heals needing to come through from the Wildcats, and they are yet again suppressed on this ridgeline. Really difficult, but Vampire eSports looking to potentially be down to 3. They've lost their Schweppes on the outside there, and they will be at 3. They had 4 in that previous game, but the circle moves to them.
I mean, if they get another circle shift, though, they are in a real safe spot. Like, look how hard it is to approach these buildings. The only issue they might fall into is without those 4 players, it does become a little harder to pick up on all these angles. Again, though, Aton eSports is their difficulty going forward, and it looks like Vampire eSports know that this is a position on the map that they need to watch out for. Really good stuff from Fluketh. His shots have been on point. He's been looking all over the map at the moment, really keeping it clean here for Vampire eSports.
I mean, that was one of their characteristics of the last game, right? Snappy engagements, I think Matt said on the desk. Making those clean engagements, that's exactly what you want to be looking for. Even better on Miramar.
Danmonkia still struggling to just find anywhere that's super concrete for them. It's on the edge of this hill at the moment. 52 eSports coming into play here. Enigma Galaxy, one of their players, I believe it was Hamodi, did go down here. They're just trying to get down through the circle on that northern side.
It looks like 3 of them are down. They're losing players left and right. Enigma Galaxy suffering heavily. They had not the best of starts, losing 2 players early in the last game. The first team to go down, in fact. I think it's just Freak alive for them now. At the back as well, not really a chance to get these reses. Going down first twice in a row, not the way you want to start.
मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने पाकिस्तान की टीम का क्या सीन है. पाकिस्तान की जो टीम है 52 eSports.
They were on 1 for the
Oh my God.
first game.
एक टीम बिल्कुल फिनिश कर दी 4 राइवल्स ने. टीम 4 राइवल्स ने एक टीम बिल्कुल एलिमिनेट कर दी है. अच्छा जी, तो अपने डाकू भाई भी खेल रहे हैं बीच में.
They know how to survive. They know how to get it done.
Rivals.
More frags on the hillsides as Donuts USG looking to move up past 4 rivals. Only Jumper can stand in their way now. 52 as well in the back line. Proving to be difficult to deal with as Jumper spotted away. Was it? I don't even know who that was, but
Virtual Gaming Squad took him down there. Good stuff.
ठीक है, बढ़िया, बहुत
right on top of one of their own teammates, but they take an enemy down on the process. Not sure if that's worth it at this late stage.
That one here, though, you see, they have just
कोरिया की टीम है. Oh my God, 52 नंबर eSports इस टाइम अपने है यहाँ पर. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 टॉप 10 में पाकिस्तान इस टाइम पहुँच चुका है. 52 eSports वाले पाकिस्तान वाले इस टाइम टॉप 10 में पहुँच चुके हैं. मैनी कंग्रेट्स टू पाकिस्तान. इंशाल्लाह लॉन्ग लिव पाकिस्तान. इंशाल्लाह अब टॉप 5 में आने की सिर्फ देरी है और तो ज़्यादा कोई बात नहीं है.
They lose Forrest on the hillside. You're not going to be able to get him back up. Daku spots Sung as well. A lot of them here.
Just top 5 में आ जाए तो इसके बाद जो है पाकिस्तान PMWI को भी क्रॉस कर जाएगी.
But excellent backup coming through to be able to shut that one down. Buzz taken out there. He still has the DBS.
Yeah, it's Korean meta at the moment. All of them use it over in the Korean PMPL. It's pretty insane, but
52 eSports
massively.
TJB take hold of a compound, eliminating back-to-back from that stronghold. They've had a central position for quite a while now, and they will have to move a little bit further south at the moment. Looking at RSG with that central, with
10 से भी अगर थोड़ा सा नीचे हो जाती है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन आखिर तक चल जाइए बड़ी हो जाएगा. से कमाल की बात यह है कि इंडिया का जो है ना इस टाइम ओह माय गॉड लगा दिए उसके भी लोड़े. बड़ी बात है यार, क्या बात है. इंडिया की टीम जो है ना इस टाइम सबसे लास्ट पे है. सबसे लास्ट पे इंडिया की टीम है. हालांकि प्लेयर सबसे ज्यादा इंडिया में, लेकिन इसके होने के बावजूद भी जो है ना फिर भी इंडिया इस टाइम बिल्कुल लास्ट में पड़ा हुआ
है. Pops out the window, spots Fabian. Needs to be worried about the teammates from the off angle though, but finds the cover from the shack through the windows. The bullets pour in, and it's going to be a tall order to get anything done. But
आते ही रश डाला है भाई. 52 eSports वाले रैंक नंबर 13 में आ चुके हैं.
TJB have been harassed.
18 to 13 में, 18 to 13 में.
Fabian behind. Lin moves up. Tends to be the first player to move up a lot of the times for TJB.
52 eSports वाले.
It goes marvelously. It's hard to say here with
Team Sol इस टाइम रैंक 12 में. बढ़िया.
As a player in terms of being extremely good, or sometimes just not so great.
Volatility. It's really the characteristic of this gameplay. So
52 eSports. 52.
Wildcats under fire as well from Falcons. They're trading 1 for 1 right now on the
52 का काम खत्म.
Sorry, definitely REDZopYt here. So is Yusuf.
कुछ ज़्यादा ही लगता है ऑफेंसिव एक्सपायर हो गए थे पाकिस्तान वाले.
Pulls out the DPS, Lin goes down,
virtual
but
game
it's
squad.
TJB. They bring it back nicely there. Though I would have been very, very scared.
सही रैंक लगाए इन लोगों ने भी अपना.
DPS makes as he comes around the corner. And that's why the Koreans take it. Just those singular moments where you could surprise a team coming through.
Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough to see Danwon Kia safe. TJB eSports EU able to put that pressure down, get that res on as well, get themselves back to forward, move down south further on, but Falcons from the sides, only powerful getting knocked.
Falcons रह गए हैं इस टाइम.
Wildcats cannot stand up to the
Falcons
pressure.
ने अपना जोन जो छोड़ दिया ना, Falcons वालों ने जो अपना जोन छोड़ दिया ना पीछे, बस काम खराब हो गया उनका.
Wildcats taking shots.
Falcons वाले ना अपने जोन में उसमें जोन के उसमें पड़ गए ना, जोन से बाहर आ गए वो लोग. अब वो लोग गए इस टाइम. अब नहीं लगता कि Falcons वाले इसमें top 9 में आ पाएंगे. Only 3 teams are left. Only 2 teams are left. Problem है
somehow keeps moving down that hill with the quick feet in action, but it's not enough. Ravenclaw.
भाई साहब.
To do the job, able to get it done against Donuts USG. The off angle still dangerous. This should be completely broadside for Bruno right now, but I don't think he's taking that position. I don't think he's pushing up. He knows that his position's known. Maybe just not going to peek it. Not going to take that chance. Vampire up to 2. Falcons look for the crash into the compound. Stalwart are here. RSG are here as well. As Aiton do lose that last player. RSG suffering now under pressure from Stalwart.
This is terrible timing here for SDE to try and claim this building that Regans are currently in. Falcon, they just come in at just the right time. Fantastic stuff for them. Laying in the utility. Regan's already finds a nade over the top, and never alone.
Falcons.
It's on to Pika. The util is coming in clutch.
The nades coming through from Falcons as well for the third party. They're going to be able to take hold of this compound if they keep going. Phenomenal performance on this crash from them, but TJB have oversight. It's difficult to handle now. It's difficult to stymie that pressure. But they will try and lock down those angles. Only action in the compound.
This is what I said for Saudi Arabia. They had to move right now into those buildings, and they took that call, and they made that call in the moment very, very quickly, dropped the utility in, and STE and Regan's completely blindsided by the absolute decimation that was laid upon them by the Molotovs, the grenades. Even I saw smoke get thrown in there as well.
Look at that. The replay there from Ravenclaw as well. Phenomenal. A duo for Vampire eSports. 7 elimination points, looking to take out the Wildcats as well. It's only X-Ray. TJB have an angle, potentially onto Ravenclaw, but he's just storming forwards. Shut down as the nades go long, but Fluketh in the backline, stung in the back as Tingskur able to handle the Vampires. Van Helsing rides.
Good stuff here from TJB. Keep it very, very steady on this hillside. Wait for the players to reveal themselves before they do lock in the action. And now it's them looking across the way at Falcon. It all depends on this next circle. Falcon would love for it to end on them, but they have to move. This is horrific. But Stalwart, though, action still in it. He's ready and waiting in the wings. And I don't know if Falcon know if he's here or not.
6 elimination points, third place guaranteed. Stalwart, again, with a consistently good result. That's what we're looking for from this team. That's what we want to see, and strong elimination points to boot. Fantastic stuff. But right now, as you said, it's between TJB and the home team here in Saudi Arabia and Riyadh, Falcons.
Well, this is going to be really difficult, though, because TJB, you know, they can't lose any of these players they've sent to the edge side, but this is a very strong split that they're currently employing. It's going to be difficult for any sight lines not to be open to these guys when Falcons do start to...
Little shuffle there from Powerful. GK first, trying to suppress those angles. There's the first angle. TJB have such good vantage points, like you were saying.
I know what Falcons are trying to do here. They're trying to get rid of action, but he is just throwing him for a loop, takes so much damage, and finally goes down to Never Alone. So they do secure that second place. Great stuff from Falcon. Now they need to fight back.
No answer towards GK first. Never Alone taking heavy tick damage from the blue, down to 3. Damar gets res, so Yusuf and Damar, a duo in the forefront. But TJB storming down this hillside, nading through the window, putting everything under pressure, putting Falcons to the test, and second place will be a good finish. They wanted first, but it was not to be. TJB moving through the building, through the window, and it is TJB with game number 2 on Miramar.
Xiao coming in as a new player here as well, stamping his mark at the end of that game and delivering themselves a nice chicken dinner beautifully through the post there. Well done to that team from TJB, representing Europe, which is happy days for us, right? Nice. But honestly, TJB, fantastic stuff. Really, really good split at the end there just to eliminate any angles that Falcons might have taken. But again, big, massive props to Saudi Arabia from Falcons in those last moments to be like, we just have to hammer everything home, taking down action here in these final moments because we want that second place. We deserve that second place.
I mean, the Falcons weren't able to claim it. They did really quite well. TJB, they got that circle shift. I think circle, what was it, 3 or so, where they were right in the middle. And they then had to move down to from that northwestern side. So happy days.
Yeah, massively so. I think TJB, they were on that western edge for a long time, but slowly made their way in. It was a little bit rough, but they kept absolutely everyone just floundering for answers to what TJB was doing.
Well, that is going to be it for game number 2. We're going to head to a short break, and we'll head back over to the desk.
Progress is a race that has no end. After every finish line, another challenge awaits. How can we continue to push innovation in a sport at the forefront of technology? This is how. Discover how Aramco and the Aston Martin Formula One team aim to